Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are in beautiful Dana Point here in Orange County. So we're going to be shooting a proposal in a little under 2 hours. So we told him to do the point of being on the knee. We want that to be around 5 p.m. Right now it's 3:20. I told him I'm going to arrive there around 4 just to make sure that everything looks good. I spoke with the florist already. She's already there. She just got there a little while ago. So she's setting it up. And Caitlin, my assistant, is also going to be helping us out today as well. On that note, actually, I think I'm going to have Caitlin shooting a second angle or maybe double up. I might give her the 70 to 180 and have her just as a safety shot. So that's kind of the idea. But first, I actually came to the second location because after we shoot the proposal up on this little park overlook thing, we're going to come down to the Ocean Institute and shoot some of their sunset photos by the beach. Now at this location, I did warn our soon-to-be groom that it may or may not be low tide. So I'm not exactly sure if we're going to be able to get on the sand on the beach, but either way, we're going to get the ocean, the water in the background, which still makes it for, like a beach kind of shoot. So he's cool with it. He understood this was the date that he wanted to do it. So that's what we're going to do. And today I'm going to be using a flash that you guys have seen in the past, which is the Neewer Z3R. And Neewer is how you pronounce it. I saw a reel yesterday of somebody that was getting mad about it's supposed to be pronounced Neewer. No, it's not. They literally told us in the email, Neewer is how you're supposed to pronounce it. So Neewer told us that, by the way. So that's how you pronounce the name. And this is, you guys have seen it before, 100 watts of power out of this bad boy. I think this should be plenty for what we need today. If you guys follow the channel, I posted a video where we used the V1 mid, and that one only has 55 watts of power. And that was plenty. I do think that this is going to be more than enough for what we need, but let's find out. Let's push it to its limits. I am going to trigger it with the Godox remote because I noticed when I used the Neewer remote, it would take like a second. Like I would hit it and then it would take like not a second, but it would take like 0.1 second, let's say. So hit it and then it would fire. And I'm just like, when Godox doesn't do that, I think I'm going to do that system instead. I'm going to do Godox remote to fire the Neewer flash. And I know that that's a lot more effective. On top of that, I noticed that with Neewer, you have to go into your camera and tell it whether you're shooting on camera or off camera. And that's really annoying. With the Godox remotes and flashes, you don't have to tell it whether it's on or off camera. It already just automatically knows what you're going to be shooting, which I think I'm going to mention it to Neewer and let them know, hey, like that's a little thing that could be dialed in. When these companies send us stuff, guys, I'm not just going to be, kissing their behinds just because they sent us stuff. I'm still going to let them know, hey, these things could be improved. If we get dropped because of that from certain companies, whatever, it's not people I'd want to work with anyways. So hopefully they take that criticism constructively and figure out a nice solution for that. Unless I'm completely off and you're supposed to leave it in a certain setting so it doesn't do that, if you guys want to let me know. But from my experience, that's the reason that when I remember the Neewer system and I tried the AD200 version, I didn't like that lag. And that's why I went back to Godox. We'll see. Anyway, today I'm just going to do that situation because I know that it works well. We're going to go get started in a little bit and then, yeah, should go nice and smooth. Parking isn't crazy here. That's why I came and checked, because sometimes it can be a little tight, or if there was an event happening or anything like that, I would have taken them to a slightly different location. So I'm actually going to go and walk really quick just around and then go back to the actual proposal spot, which is about 2 minutes away. Also, I did forget to mention there was a plan B, because right now I'm seeing casitas right here. There's Dana Point Marina Inn. So if you go in that way, there's another area where it could have worked. If parking was a nightmare and there were a ton of people at the Ocean Institute, I already had a plan B just in case. Same thing with the proposal location. If the area where we're doing it was taken up by a ceremony, we've actually shot ceremonies there, so that's why I know. If it was taken up by other people, there was a plan B, which is right down the path of the area where we're actually doing it. With proposals, guys, having a plan A, B, and C is always handy. Arriving early is always advisable. Just in case things go a little sideways, you're not gonna stress out because you plan for it. You plan for things not to go perfectly. Luckily, the spot wasn't taken because the florist already confirmed. The tide is low. There's not a ton of people. Parking was not an issue at all. And I got a cup of coffee at the Ocean Institute, which that coffee shop wasn't there before. So a nice little welcomed surprise. Anyway, all right, I'm done rambling. Let's go. So we're going to get started pretty soon. It's 4:15. He should be here around 5, like I mentioned. Here's what we're going to be using today. The mag stand, obviously, because it's wonderful. The Godox S3 bracket because that's what allows us to have a Bowens mount on this flash. So this is the Neewer Z3. Like I said, it's a 100-watt flash. One thing that I noticed is I was able to change the zoom on this flash from the remote, from the Godox X3 Pro. Oddly enough, yesterday when I was using the V1 Mid, I wasn't able to change the zoom from the remote. Maybe it was user error. I'm gonna look into it a little bit more. But with this one, I was able to change the zoom. And why would you want to change the zoom? To get a little bit more intensity out of your flash. So if the flash is at 24 millimeters and it's at full power, it's spreading everywhere. If you narrow down the beam a little bit, now it's gonna be a little bit more intense. So for wide angle shots, we're gonna do more zoomed in. For times where we use this softbox, we're gonna do it a little bit more zoomed out. So this softbox is very easy. It's also from Godox, so all you have to do is open it up.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
In the little, yep, that thing right there, and you push it until it clicks. So right there, and then you attach it to the Bowens mount, so gingerly like I'm doing. So right around there, and then we're gonna cut this and make it look so seamless in editing. Can you see? Oh, you know what? Oh, that's being pushed back. I think I was a little too far in. So when I was pushing it back, the release was getting pushed. So that's why it wasn't letting me attach it. So when you want to take it off, you just pull it back and do that. So what I was doing is I was pushing it too much. There it is, just like that. So Caitlin, when you put it on, just remember that. Don't push it too hard. There we go. And then to close it, same thing. There's a little, like 2 little knobs on either side. You press it and it just goes like that. So yeah, that's that. We'll use this later. We're not going to use it for the first portion of it because it's a little too bright out. We're going to use the AKR1 modifiers. I'm going to do a full review on these because there's some smack I got to talk about. Just a couple of things, but for the most part, they work actually really well. So that's what we're going to use, 35 to 150 because we want a nice long lens. Caitlin is also going to shoot with a 35 to 150 to double up for the proposal portion. I also got my 50-1.4 and 17 to 28. So that's pretty much it. One flash, keeping it simple. More hard light for this portion, more soft light for when we go to the beach. All right, let's get started. All right, so we just finished up with the proposal. It went really well. He did point her the opposite way, so I ran around really quick and at least got a little bit of her reaction after the fact. You know, when she got up and she was very excited. So listen, no proposal is gonna go 100% correct. He was excited, I'm sure, so he was facing her completely the other. It's okay, they were still really happy. We're now at the second location, which sunset is gonna be in about 20 minutes, a little bit, yeah, about 20 minutes. So they just finished up grabbing a few of the flowers of the setup, and now we're gonna go and do a little session with them over here. It's low tide, as I mentioned, so they're very lucky. And the lighting is just, I'm seeing it from here. It is beautiful. So we're gonna use this whole setup right here, the S3, again, with the Neewer flash, and we're gonna use this softbox today. This softbox, we're gonna leave the grid on it. We don't necessarily need it for the tighter shots because it won't really matter. But if we do a wide shot, I just don't want light spilling all over the place. So we're gonna leave the grid on, so it's gonna be soft lighting, but it's gonna be a little bit more channeled just on them. So that's the idea, and I'll make sure to tighten this because I see it's a little crooked there, and then we're ready to go. All right, we'll see when they get here. So on the S3, Caitlin was wondering because earlier she was trying to press this, and you know, it's not, unless you've used it before, it's not completely intuitive. So if you wanna move the handle to a different spot, you just pull it away, and then switch it like that, and then you can loosen it and angle it. When you tighten it, the reason they do that is, let's say it was here and you can't loosen it, like, you know, or tighten it or whatever, you do that so you can have a different area where you can loosen it and tighten it there. So that's what that's for, right there, easy enough. Right here, yeah, always at the big lens, yeah. I'm actually gonna move over a little bit just because the people sat down right behind them. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Nice, and again, 1, 2, 3. Nice, hold that right there, 1, 2, 3. Supreet, let me have you looking at her right there, and Anjali, keep looking this way. There we go, nice, good. Supreet, let me have you bring that hand a little more back so we don't see the fingers coming around. Exactly like that, yep. Good, hold that right there. Look at each other, guys. Hold that, 1, 2, 3. Nice. Hold. See it right there, guys. I'm gonna back up a little bit more and looking at each other, hold that right there. I'm going to position myself so I'm hiding people. I'm gonna see, Caitlin, if for this one they're okay with switching sides.
Okay.
Angeli, are you okay for this one switching sides? Yeah. Just for the lighting? Thank you. That way you can be on this side right outside of the frame, Caitlin. Perfect. Thank you. And you can get Caitlin nice and close because I'm cropping on the right side quite a bit. There we go. Looking at each other, guys. Good, hold it. 1, 2, 3. Nice. And again, hold that right there. 1, 2, 3. Like holding hands naturally, yep. So right there. I would say maybe instead of interlocking fingers, we usually do like Lego hands. Yeah. It just looks softer. Yeah. So right there, I'm just gonna get a little low. And yeah. Stay right there. Let's move the hands a little this way. Yeah, go back, right there, yep. And then relax it a little. That's it, good. Caitlin, let's add some flash to this. Give me 1 second. Just a softbox, yeah. There we go. And let's have you light it from actually the other side, so from this side. Oh yeah, yeah. Give me 1 second, guys. Now we're getting extra. You guys are so good. I appreciate it. No, I mean, that's me too. Right, it's good. You know what you want. Yeah. Let me test it out. Give me 1 second. Yes, that's exactly what we wanted. Yep, stay right there. So we got a little bit of the...
Oh, yeah. That's so good.
Oh my gosh, that's really pretty. Oh, I love that.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So you see,
yeah.
Once we added the flash, it's like turning on the lights.
Oh
yeah.
My gosh, yeah, that's crazy. Wow.
Cool. I like that you switch sides to show the ring. I like that. Yeah. Hold that right there. Nice. Nice. Hold that right there. I'm going to get a close-up of the ring, actually, so stay right where you are. Perfect. Love it. Awesome. Right there. And then just watch your step. Go nice and slow. Since this isn't video, you know, you don't have to go super fast. Yeah. So, exactly. And you know what? Before you walk, let me have you looking this way. Right there. Yeah, looking straight into the lens. Yep. Hold that right there. Super. Let's do the right hand in the pocket before we start walking. Right there. Look this way. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Look at each other for a second. Nice. Good. Look at each other again. Just be careful with the rocks. Good. Angeli looking this way. Awesome. Very cool. All right. So as you guys know, if you follow the channel, let me lock the... I grew up in New York. I don't trust anybody. So as you guys know, if you follow the channel, one thing that I've been doing lately is I transfer everything over onto my hard drive before I drive home. The reason for that is if you live in any major city, you're going to be sitting in traffic anyway. So what is the point of not economizing your time? By the time I get home, everything's transferred over. It'll either be running through Aftershoot or that's a slow USB cord. I don't mess around with that. We're going to make a video about that actually because the difference with a good USB-C is night and day. So anyway, I'm going to transfer everything over right now onto my external hard drive. So that way, when I get home, everything is already transferred in. And I'll either do the standard preset on them just to kind of get them going, or I'll put it into Aftershoot. But this way, it's just one less thing. I mean, if you live in LA or New York or any large city, you're going to be sitting in traffic anyway. So you might as well just let this thing do a little bit of work for you if you have the option of using a laptop. And overall, the shoot went extremely smooth. I mean, they were super nice, and that always just makes it so much better. Did some photos up at the top, then we brought them down and did some photos down here, and we got a beautiful sunset. Like the colors were just amazing. The softbox that we used made everything just look so soft, so the light just looked really, really dreamy around them. And I don't use that word very often, but I mean, there was no other way to describe it. It was just really, really pretty. So I'm really happy. We filmed a good amount of behind the scenes. Caitlin was on it. She was angling the light exactly where we needed it. She was recording, you know, I love everybody on our team. Like everybody just goes above and beyond. And I really appreciate that. Any of the behind the scenes clips that you guys are seeing, that was Caitlin's doing. And we're not videographers, we're photographers, but we try to do our best to show you guys what we do behind the scenes and what it looks like in the end. So here are some photos that we took during this session. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you have any questions about proposals, about shooting, about equipment, about anything. Leave a comment. You guys know that I always respond to them. And everyone that has been doing that, commenting and everything, I appreciate you guys, honestly. Thank you. Today I had such a good day responding to all of you. So that's what I wake up to, and I love it. So thank you guys. Everyone have a great day. Have a great weekend whenever you're watching this. And that's it.